Hi, I'm Chris Wilkinson, and this is Trailers from Hell. Today we're going to see Demetrius and the Gladiators, which was written by Philip Dunn, produced by Frank Ross, and directed by Delmer Daves. Before Spartacus, before Cleopatra, before Ben-Hur, before Hercules Unchained, but not before the Robe, because this is a sequel, comes Demetrius and the Gladiators. And it is filmed, as it says right there, in the miracle of CinemaScope. And you have Victor Mature doing what he does best, which unfortunately is not acting. And Michael Rennie as St. Peter. I think Michael Rennie works so well in The Day the Earth Stood Still because he actually looks like an alien. And Bancroft. Oh, and this guy is great. His Caligula comes off as a combination of Richard Simmons and Karnak the Magnificent. Release the tigers! And you just have to love the unbridled hyperbole of some of these 50s trailers. And in this one, the shamelessly religious come-ons. In The Robe, the message is primarily religious, and the lust and violence is sort of salted in to keep things moving. Not so in Demetrius. They go right for the lust and violence. And of course, the splendor that was Rome. The best part of the film is when Demetrius loses his faith in God after his girlfriend is killed and becomes a fighting machine, just slaughtering everything in sight. In fact, he becomes such an effective murderer, Caligula gives him his freedom, which he immediately parlays into an affair with Suzanne Hayward's scheming Messalina. This was one of my favorite films as a child, and I watched it every time it came on television. In fact, I didn't realize it was in color, not to mention CinemaScope, until I watched it again last night. Truthfully, I think I would have enjoyed it more in its quote-unquote original form, in black and white with only the middle third of the screen, because on the whole, Demetrius, sadly, doesn't rock like it did when I was 10. Other than Franz Waxman's score, which is actually pretty good in a kind of bombastic splendor that was Rome way, and the sets, which are also pretty good in a bombastic splendor that was Rome way, I think you're watching the best thing to come out of this entire enterprise, the trailer. It is, for my money, a classic of the form, just completely, utterly shameless in its exaggeration and overstatement and blatant desire for you to spend your money on it. Kind of like the Catholic Church. And so, my advice would be to avoid this movie, but definitely enjoy the trailer without this commentary. Release the tigers.